Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jake from Ncaa. And make sure you hit that like button. We are now headed into this week 3 matchup versus Syracuse. And we wanted to kind of play East Coast teams this year. And Syracuse is kind of one of those games that we needed to warm up. Because remember, we do actually have a different offense, a lot of different offensive weapons. And that is one of the things that we wanted to do. Get a couple of games in there that's not too hard, but we also want to have tough games as well. And this was kind of the teams that, you know, we were kind of looking at playing this year, and it kind of just worked out that way. So I do want to highlight a couple of things. Matt Pollard and both Andre Armstead both get number updates, but looking at Matt Pollard, he actually progressed in catching. Is this ever something you guys have ever seen? Let me know down in the comments below. I've never seen a player progress in anything other than awareness, and it's kind of interesting to see that he progressed in catching, and we didn't even manually do that. He just progressed on his own. So I did want to highlight something going into this season. You know, we didn't do it last video, but I wanted to change the playbook. We're going to a 3-4 multiple, and the reason why is because we do have a ton of different players on our roster now. We don't really have one-dimensional players. We have a lot of dynamic players, and this 3-4 multiple playbook has a lot of different formations that we haven't ran before. They have a 1-5-5, which I'm really actually interested in running, and they do actually have a couple of dime packages, nickel 2-4-5, just packages that, you know, are really interesting, and it kind of brings out different personalities with a lot of our different defensive backs. A lot of our linebackers will be put in position where they can win one-on-one matchups now. So I'm actually really excited for this playbook. We didn't do it week 1, but I do want to see it week 3 now. So now we're heading into this matchup versus Syracuse. I do have a couple of interesting players. Tommy DeVito is actually their quarterback. He's actually a scrambler more than a passer. And then as well, they have a couple of guys kneel at running back. And Alton Robinson is actually pretty good on the defensive end. He's an right end. And he's actually going to be pretty tough to block, but I'm up to the challenge. So here we go. We are up in this dome here in Syracuse as we actually have to kick the ball away to Syracuse to start this game, and they start out with the big gain. So here we go. DeVito at quarterback. Here he is throwing out to Riley, one of his favorite targets, and he's getting a gain of 16 to start this game, as they make it past the 50 already with one play. So here is DeVito throwing out to Taj Harris, and he gets a gain of 4. So now 3rd and 5 at about the 35-yard line. Here's a throw out to Jordan. He gets the first down on the pick play, and he picks up 12 yards as they move the ball inside of now field goal range. So now 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Here is the handoff to Neal. He's making his way up to 10 yards on that one, and he makes it a 2nd and inches now at the 13-yard line. So here's DeVito thrown across the middle, and that's picked off by Jonathan Leonard Jr. And this is his junior season, and look at this throw by DeVito. Nowhere near the mark. Actually, you know, that press coverage actually pushed the receiver off of his initial route, and it causes the interception as we take back over inside our 5-yard line. So here is Ziegler getting going, and this is his 2nd game at running back here. As remember, he was our defensive back starter on the left side of the field towards the end of last year, and he had actually a pretty good ending to the season. Remember, he started off really slow at quarterback, but now he's on the offensive side. So now on a 2nd and 7, throwing the ball deep, and there is Billy Humphries getting open, and he's getting the catch as this is his first year starting at tight end. And like I highlighted earlier, this is kind of a newer offense. We have a lot of new starters. There is Matt Pollard with his new number change. He's getting up for 6 yards on that one. A lot of new starters on the offensive side. As you see Montel Aaron thrown across the middle, finding Billy Humphries for a 5-yard gain. And he makes it a 2nd and 10 here. So now at the 35-yard line, here is Montel Aaron thrown across the middle, and that's Billy Humphries again. And he's getting open for a 13-yard reception. 3 receptions, 53 yards, all ready to start this game. But here is Tyler Nevins on the handoff. The junior running back loses 2 on the counter play. as we get it down to a 3rd and 7. Here's a throw across the middle. Here's Billy Humphries again. And this is a tight end friendly offense as he's got 4 yards receiving, 4 receptions on this first drive, as 62 yards receiving on this drive. So here on a 2nd and goal, thrown out to the right side. There is Foster on the interception. Montel Aaron makes a mistake, but take a look at this play. Matt Pollard actually is running to the sideline. He actually stops, and we get rid of the ball to him. And look, I mean, he just straight up has a touchdown probably. If he would have kept running to the pylon, that's a touchdown. And instead, it's an interception as he cuts back in, and it causes the errant throw. So here is Mo Neal back on the next drive, and look who it is, the freshman Andre Armstead on the tackle for a loss of 1. So here on a 2nd and 11, another draw play, and look who it is, it's Terrence Miller on the tackle that time behind the line, making it a 3rd and 12. So here's DeVito from the shotgun. Going to have Aldi to thrown out to left side. And he breaks a tackle from Tyson Parker as Hackett is tight end. And he's picking up a first down, a gain of 24. As now here is Syracuse past the 50-yard line. So now here's DeVito throwing out to Mo Neal. And Mo Neal is breaking it free for a big gain of 23 up to the 20-yard line, as he makes it a 1st and 10. So now this first quarter is winding down here. Here's DeVito trying to roll out, and this time he's going to get sacked by Isaac Tagia, as he actually gets pushed around that time by Terrence Miller, and that's a sack for Isaac Tagia. So here on a 2nd and 13, here's Mo Neal breaking a couple of tackles and getting upfield for the 12-yard gain. So now as this first quarter winds down here on a 3rd and 12, here is DeVito from the shotgun rolling out to the right side. He's going to meet Ethan Aguayo for a 2-yard carry, and that's enough for a first down. So now here to start the second quarter, here is DeVito rolling out, but this time it's going to be a sack by Terrence Miller, his 2nd tackle for loss and his first sack of his career, and hopefully he does start it out with a lot of sacks. So near here on a 2nd and 12. Here's DeVito from the shotgun, rolling out once again, and he's going to get sacked by Terrence Miller once again. So 2 straight sacks by the freshman right end, as he makes it a 3rd and 16. So here's DeVito from the shotgun, thrown out to the middle. He's finding Riley once again, but he's going to get tackled by Tyson Parker, the junior, as he makes it a 3-point game as Syracuse settles for the field goal. So here, back on the next drive, here's Montel Aaron throwing the ball deep, and that's Matt Pollard open for a 36-yard gain, and that's a nice throw by Montel Aaron, making it a 1st and 10 past the 50-yard line. So we actually lose 3 yards on that first down play, but here on the 2nd down, throwing out to Bailey Gaither, the senior now, he's picking up 7 yards on that one. So facing a 3rd and 7, throwing the ball across the middle. There's Matt Pollard once again. He's picking up 8 yards, and that's enough for a first down. He's got 50 yards receiving early on in this first half. So now still down 0-3. Here is Aaron finding some running room out to the right side. He dives for the first down. He actually fumbles, and he actually fumbles out of bounds, and they don't pick it up in bounds, and we do keep this drive alive. So here on the 2nd and 9, a pitch out to Tyler Nevins, the junior, now picking up a gain of 9, and he's picking up almost a first down. So here on 3rd and inches, counter play out to the right side. Here's Tyler Nevins picking up a gain of 3 as he falls forward, and that's enough for a first down as we make it a 1st and goal. So here from the shotgun, facing a blitz, here is Trey Walker getting open across the middle. He picks up a 7-yard reception, and that's enough for a touchdown, as Montel Aaron starts out this game 11 for 13. He does have that pick, but pretty nice start for him. So here on the next drive, here is Syracuse back out, giving the ball to Mo Neal, and that's a loss of 3 yards, tackled by Ethan Aguayo. So here is Mo Neal getting a 10-yard rush up the middle, and he makes it a 3rd and 2. So here, 3 minutes left here in the first half, but a handoff up the middle, and look who it is. It's Caleb Oakes there for the tackle, and we get them to settle for the punt there, as now it's 2 minutes left in this first half. So here's Tyler Nevins starting out this next drive after the punt, 4 yards to the left side, and he makes it a 2nd and 6. So here on the screen pass, a lot of open field to the right side, but he's going to get tackled, a loss of 4. That was a ton of running room out to the right side. Only one guy to beat on that one. And now we get into a 3rd and 10, throwing out to left side, but that's going to be deflected. And we have to punt this ball away with 1 minute left in the first half. So we do actually get a pretty good punt here towards the end of the first half, as here is Jordan getting the reception from DeVito for a 13-yard reception, and that's enough for a first down. So now at the 20-yard line, DeVito from the shotgun throwing the ball deep, and that's a big play to Butler on the left side. And actually, that's a huge play because, man, this was actually the problem with Zamore Ziegler on this one. But actually, Cameron Smith gets burnt on this one, and he makes it a big play, and they are set up inside the 20-yard line. So now on a 1st and 10, 20 seconds left in the half. Here is Neal getting tackled by Ethan Aguayo as this clock continues to run, and they do call a timeout. So now at the 15, here is DeVito thrown out to the middle of the field. Here's Harris on the reception, and he gets about a gain of 3. But look at this clock. It's running, and they're going to try to hurry up to the line. We saw this in week 1, and here it is once again. They get the snap off, and there's zeros on the clock. Here's DeVito thrown across the middle, and they throw it out of the back of the end zone. So for the 2nd straight week, that exact scenario happens. They get it inside about the 15-yard line. They throw it out the back of the end zone. So I don't know what these teams are thinking, but we go into halftime up by 4. So here to start the second half, we do luck out with that bonehead play for the 2nd straight week. And here is Montel Aaron throwing out to Bailey Gaither. He gets open for a gain of about 14 and makes it a first down. So now on a 2nd and 10, throwing the ball across the middle. That's going to be picked off by Cisco. We were facing a blitz on that one. We had a quick throw. Look at Montel Aaron taking the hit right away on that throw. And that was more of an anticipation route, and it was just the wrong read as we now turn the ball over. DeVito back on the offense. So here he is scrambling out to the right side, breaking a tackle, breaking another tackle, and getting tackled finally by Andre Armstead, but not before a gain of a lot as he moves it into field goal range. So now on a 1st and 10, here's a option, giving it off to Neal this time, and look who it is. It's Terrence Miller. He's causing havoc on the right side, and he makes it 4 tackles for loss already in this game. So now on a 2nd and 12, here is DeVito rolling out to the right side. He breaks a tackle by Andre Armstead and picks up about a gain of 10 and makes it a 3rd and 2. So now at about the 17-yard line, here is DeVito rolling out to the right side, breaking a tackle, throwing a big stiff arm, and he's making it inside the 5, a gain of 16. Take another look as DeVito straight throws off Tyson Parker, the junior linebacker, and gets inside the 5. So now here's DeVito on the read option. He's running, and he's going to get an open lane, and he's going to go in untouched and makes it a 3-point lead for Syracuse. So this is actually a defensive game in this game so far, but here's Billy Humphries getting open on the 32-yard reception upfield, and Montel Aaron is actually 15 for 19. You would never notice based on the score, but he's actually having a really good game. So here is Zamore Ziegler getting the handoff to the right side, and that's actually a gain of 6 yards, making it a 2nd and 4. Here is Trey Walker getting open across the middle, getting it to about the 25-yard line, and he's got a touchdown up to this point, but only 3 receptions for 24 yards. So here is Zamore Ziegler on the pistol handoff and getting 9 yards up the middle as we move the ball closer and closer as we get the ball to the 15. So now on a 3rd and 1, hand the ball to the right side, and that's Zamore Ziegler. He's taking a big hit, and that's a loss of 3 by Scoop Bradshaw, as Zamore Ziegler's only got 17 yards on 8 carries up to this point. Not a very good game running the ball for San Jose State. So now on the next drive, here we are back on defense. DeVito can't complete it. Once again, throwing the ball out to the right side. That's Nehemiah Shelton. He lets one go through his hands, and making it a 3rd and 10. So here, 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Here's DeVito from the shotgun. Going to have all day to throw. And this time he's going to get swallowed up by Terrence Miller, the true freshman. He's got 3 sacks, 5 tackles for losses. He's having himself a huge gain as he forces the punt. So now on the next drive here, after the punt, Zamora Ziegler, he's getting swallowed up. We try to put him in the Wildcat, and that's just not working so far in this game. So now on a 3rd and 12, here's Montel Aaron scrambling out. He's breaking a tackle and making his way up for 11 yards, but it's not enough. So 4th and 1 after that 11-yard gain. Here is Tyler Nevins. We do go forward and hand it off up the middle, and that's a gain of 5. So we do move the chains. So now 1st and 10, play action jet sweep to the left side, and here's Zamora Ziegler getting open out of the backfield, picking up 9 yards on that one. So as this third quarter winds down, we do try to give the ball to Ziegler a couple of times, and this time he's getting his biggest gain of the game, a gain of 14 on that one. So now at the 20-yard line, as this third quarter does wind down, here is a throw to Matt Pollard. He's picking up 6 as now we are into the 4th quarter. So now at the 20-yard line, throwing the ball to the right side on the 3rd and 5. There is Bailey Gaither, the senior. He's making a catch, and he's getting 14 yards on that one. So now inside the 5, we do hand the ball off to Tyler Nevins, and that's going to make it a 7-point lead for San Jose State going into this 4th quarter. So now we have to play some defense. I mean, we have been playing pretty good defense, especially with our passing game, and we have been, shutting them down so far through the air. So here's Mo Neal getting the handoff to the left side, and he's getting a gain of 8, and he's making it a 2nd and 2 at the 48. So now at the 48, here's a handoff up the middle. He's getting a gain of about 4, and that's a tackle by James Will Smith, but that's enough for a 1st down. So now on a 2nd down carry, here is Mo Neal picking up 2 yards as he makes it a 3rd and 8. So now past the 50 at the 48 on the other side of the 50. Another 3-yard gain, but that's enough for about a 4th and 5 conversion. So here is DeVito from the shotgun on a 4th down, rolling out to the right side. He avoids a tackler and somehow breaks a tackle, breaks another one, but he coughs it up. And luckily they fall on that one as Cameron Jordan falls on it, and that's a gain of 22 for DeVito before the fumble. So now on a 1st and 10, here's a handoff to Mo Neal, and look at Mo Neal making it 10 yards on that one for a gain of 10. So now making it 2nd and inches. So here's DeVito scrambling out to the right side, picking up another 1st as Syracuse is driving so far on this drive. So now 1st and 10, handoff to the left side, and that's actually a tackle by Cameron Alexander, the junior, as he makes it a 2nd and goal at the 7. So now here is DeVito scrambling out to the right side from the shotgun, picking up a gain of 3 as he makes it a 3rd and goal. Now inside the 5, 4.5 minutes left. Handoff to Mo Neal, but this time Terrence Miller is going to be there for the stop, and Andre Armstead for the cleanup, as now we get him down to a 4th and goal at the 4. Does DeVito have it in him? Here, 4th and goal from the shotgun. He's scrambling out to the right side. He's going to cut it back inside, but look at this tackle by Andre Armstead. That's a clutch tackle before the touchdown. And look at this. Look at this angle. It looks like he's in, but take another look. His knee is down, and the ball does not cross the plane. As wow, what a clutch tackle from the true freshman. That's a freshman to freshman connection. Terrence Miller and Andre Armstead just both having a phenomenal game in this one, as now we have to just milk this clock. So now under 3 minutes, here is Ziegler getting the handoff up the middle, making it a 4-yard carry for a 2nd and 6. So now wasting this time here, 2 minutes left in this game. Here's a throw out to the left side. That's Bailey Gaither putting on the move, and he's making a move and getting to the 43-yard line as Syracuse has to use their 2nd timeout. So now 1st and 10, close to about the 40-yard line. Here is a handoff up the middle to Tyler Nevins and making it a 3rd and 3. So here's another carry. Zamora Ziegler up the middle, and he's getting the first down. And that's a gain of 6 as they use their last timeout. And we actually go on to win this game. As wow, what a game from the freshman. Terrence Miller had 5 tackles for loss. I actually don't remember a game where we've had 5 tackles for loss. Honestly, I mean, I don't remember a game ever that I've seen a guy have 5 tackles for loss. And Terrence Miller does it in his second collegiate game, as he makes it a 17-10 victory for San Jose State on the road. And this was a big win because, you know, not only did we come on the road and beat a Syracuse team, we did it defensively. And that's the one thing that I was kind of worried about this season, especially, you know, stopping the run. We didn't even have, you know, they didn't have a big game running the ball, but I mean, they definitely did run the ball pretty well. You know, DeVito scrambled when he wanted to, but man, look at this game by Miller. I mean, he had 3 sacks, 5 tackles for losses, but not only that, Isaac Tagia had a sack. Also, Ethan Aguayo had a big game as well. You know, that's expected from him. But also, Andre Armstead, the freshman, had a big game stopping the run as well as stopping the pass. And it was just an all-around defensive game. And this is definitely a monumental step from, you know, what we had last year for sure. And it was Syracuse, so I don't want to say it was a huge win versus a big team. But this was definitely a tough game this whole game. And they had 136 yards rushing off of 31 carries. That's actually a lot of carries. We gave up 323 yards total offense, and that's actually a step up from what, you know, we usually give up in these games. So I'm gonna build on this game quite a bit because, you know, we are going into the recruiting episode next week, so you don't want to miss that one. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. You really don't want to miss it. This is one of the best ones yet, and we're gonna look at the recruits. Like I said, I like to get 2 games under my belt because, you know, that's when you know what holes you have to fill in recruiting before really evaluating your roster. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.